Hi Larry, my name is Beth Sebelius and I'm from Bree, North Dakota. That's in south central North Dakota. As you can see, it's winter time, it's a little cold, and I got the orange on because it's deer season and neither I nor my horse want to get shot when we're out riding. Anyway, this is Pete. He's a 5-year-old quarter horse. He's a good horse. I got him as a 2-year-old, and I got your videos also a couple years later, actually from a Christmas present from my husband, and they've made all the world the difference to us in our riding. When I first got him, he was a 2-year-old. He didn't really know much, and neither did I guess, just from what I'd grown up on horses and what I learned from asking and from watching, just kind of thrown on the horse and told to move the cows and ride. We watched your videos over the winter time, and I've learned mounds which I'm able to transfer to him. One example would be when we were working on backing. He'd always throw his head, and I just didn't know how to teach him to drop it down and explain things to him in a way he would understand. I knew what I wanted, but not how to explain it to him. I watched your videos. I was able to look at the brick wall method. That was a good example. It was amazing after watching that and taking it out and applying it to him. He dropped his nose, and just after a couple times he was backing and just perfect, just like any well-broke horse should. And that was a huge thing. I was finally able to learn how to explain it to him in a way he understood. He wanted to do it for me, I just didn't know how to tell him. Another one would be planting his pivot foot. Was able to work on a few things, you know, the square turns and getting him to cross his front feet over. I love that you have different ways of explaining things. You know, you'll show one way, and if that doesn't work, you'll show another way, such as trotting the circles and bringing it down, and that was what worked for him, was trotting the circles and bringing it down smaller and smaller to where he was understanding to go over, cross over his front feet and keep his pivot foot planted. It's made a huge difference in how we work together too, and I learned a lot in hand and leg movements and timing. That was a huge thing. Another thing would be our stopping. I learned so much. You know, he'd always stop on his front end, and sometimes he'd stop on his hind end, and I didn't know what I was doing wrong until I watched your videos, and you explained that, you know, you got to ask them at this right time. If you're asking them at the wrong time, they're going to stop on their front end, and we've been working on that, and I'm getting a lot better at testing and knowing where I need to ask him for a stop at, and he's come along a lot better with that too. We're actually able to join the mounted police, which is both a search and rescue, and it's a drill team, and we have to do a simple reining pattern to pass, and we both went in there and passed with flying colors, which was pretty nice. We also, it's imperative with being in mounted police, we're out in public a lot. I've gained a lot more control over his body, over his hindquarters, over his front end. He's become a lot more responsive to me, and like I said, that's imperative when you're out there in public and there's little kids running up to you and moving around, and you never know what you're going to come up against and where you're going to have to move your horse around. And it's helped us not only just in our training, but in how we work together as a team too, and me teaching him opposed to sending him to a trainer and learning how they work, because I just do things a little differently, and he knows that now, and we both kind of taught each other a lot. And your videos are just amazing. You know how to explain things in a way that people can understand, and I love that you use real untrained or unfinished horses. It just helps mounds, I guess. I've said it a bunch already, but it's helped so much with just watching how you handle the situation and trying to kind of just follow that and repeat that. So I just want to let you know about that, and I appreciate the opportunity to send you this video, and I want to thank you. Take care, Larry.